So the original idea of OnePlus started forming back in August last year. A bunch of us were sitting in a cafe and we started discussing the smartphone industry. And we realized that no one was really doing what actually mattered. To us, this meant two things: to create legendary products, and number two, to treat your customers as well as if you would treat a friend. So as these pieces started falling together, we realized that one phrase really tried to capture, or really captured well, what we were trying to achieve. And this was never settled.
The OnePlus One was created to disrupt the smartphone industry. It's an experience, not a product. I made this phone because I was not satisfied with anything out there. The One was my answer. And I found a team of very talented people who believe in the same vision.
So even before we had a product, we started our OnePlus forums. And back then we had a few thousand users. We would every week have a new topic discussing what would the ideal screen be on your smartphone, or what would the ideal battery size be. So we actually collected user feedback in building the smartphone even before we had a product. And eventually this type of interaction got us a lot of attention. So every week the tech blogs would write about, oh, this week OnePlus has decided to use this type of a display, this type of a battery, etc.
For the OnePlus One to work, we had to do things in marketing that were never done before. We had an extremely small budget in marketing, so instead of spending money in advertisement, we relied on our fans and community. This is not only seen in our extremely social media campaigns, which is the secret on why they tend to go viral, but it's also seen in the foundations of the OnePlus Invite system. Once you buy one, you will actually get an invite to share with your friends, family, or even the community. We have had a lot of marketing campaigns in the past year, but my favorite was Smiles the Past. Although it was very controversial, it was our very first campaign and it had to be very impactful in order to keep the momentum going. Marketing aside, the One speaks for itself.
Back in the very beginning, about a year ago I guess, it's funny looking back on it now, it was 5 of us sitting in a room. Slowly we got traction on our forums. We had some really great early support from the Android and tech blogs, and it sort of just snowballed into this thing where on launch day we had 900 emails in our inbox, and we just had a lot of people who were willing to listen to what we were trying to do. So we've had unbelievable support from our fans, from the media, and we're just really grateful to everyone who supported us and given us a chance to explain our story and what we're trying to do. We've said it before, but we really were born global. A third of people from North and South America, a third of our team comes from Europe, and a third of our team comes from all over Asia. So it's not just a great work environment, but it's really helpful for our fans. We've got great cultural insight on what users might want based on where they're coming from. We have people who can speak to our users in many different languages, and it's pretty interesting seeing that no matter where we come from, we're all just working on the same goal. We all want to be part of something that is going to make a difference and hopefully be unbelievable.
Nobody could have imagined that OnePlus can achieve world success in such a short period of time, and operationally it did not get unnoticed. Customer support is the fastest growing division in our global business. By the end of December, it will have quadrupled in size from where we were in October. Without question, next year, customer support will still be one of our focal points.
So in April, we started shipping to our first 16 launch markets, and that's kept us busy for the majority of the year. December 2nd, we launched in India with Amazon. And as we've expanded physically, we've been trying to keep up behind the scenes as well. One of our biggest initiatives is our new system.
So as we acquire more customers, we want to focus on providing the best possible end-to-end experience on our devices, not just hardware, but also on software. So we have brought together a very talented team of engineers to create our very own OnePlus ROM that will be available next year based on the latest Android L operating system.
So the 1-year-old OnePlus is a lot more experienced, a lot more knowledgeable, and also, most importantly, a lot more confident in the future. We know what we stand for, and we know how to tackle our problems. So to our fans, thank you for being interested in us before we even had a product, and thanks for participating in the development of the OnePlus One.